This is New York City Marathon weekend with Team Abbott. Let's go. Everyone here has a story. The New York City Marathon is the hardest of the Abbott World Marathon Majors. The New York City Marathon is the greatest race on the planet. Everyone get settled, do a little welcome to the weekend, blah, blah, blah. Good morning and thank you for joining the Team Abbott Shakeout Run. My name's Rob Dalto. I'm a very proud frequenter of the Abbott World Marathon Majors and ambassador for Abbott. We had Team NN Physio teaching us literally the warm-ups that Abdi, last year's TCS New York City Marathon winner, does for his warm-ups. And just a great way to start the weekend feeling like, wow, anything is possible. Let's go! How cool is this? You're a great advocate for the deaf community. How many deaf runners are participating in the New York City Marathon?
For the first time, so we did so many running the marathon on the path always for the final. I'm so surprised about the development.
Thomas has been working incredibly hard to drive measures to make this sport more inclusive. He's the reason that there are back bibs for deaf runners. He's the reason that many, many more folks feel safe and included in these races.
This is pretty amazing. I love it. I feel like this is just starting with the Team Abbott Shakeout runs, and it's just, I mean, this is huge. This is amazing. So have a great time in New York. So happy to have you here. Do we have any 6-star hopefuls out in the crowd here? All right. Seven. I need to start asking that. 7 stars. Well, welcome to New York, everyone. I hope you have a great day on Sunday and a really fun shakeout run.
You don't come from all these different places in the world to participate in an event like the New York City Marathon unless you're driven by something special. So get to know somebody, get to know their story. You'll leave this event more inspired than you came.
That's what this weekend's all about. It's like just everything running related happening in the city. And
hey, are you running the New York City Marathon?
no, I'm not.
Immediately following the shakeout run, got to meet an absolute legend in the sport, Dina Castor, Olympic medalist, multi-time winner of World Marathon Major races.
It really is amazing that it has such an international feel. New York was kind of quintessential for that, having the international friendship run that turned into the Abbott dash to the finish. It's just the spirit of New York as the international crowd comes together and supports one another to be a part of this great event.
So then we would go to the granddaddy of them all in terms of expos. So we went over to the Javits Center. This is the biggest race, and when you walk in there, you realize this is the center of it all. And that was really, really fun to go through there, see everything, and just get ready to go up on stage and talk with some Team Abbott runners who have some incredible health stories. Patrick, I'm gonna come to you. Your story hits really close to me. I lost my dad to prostate cancer a couple years back. He was the inspiration for wanting to go after the Abbott 6-star medal and go through a journey through the Abbott World Marathon Majors. You, 18 months ago, were diagnosed with prostate cancer, a pretty aggressive form of prostate cancer. Just talk us through that moment where everything kind of flashes before your eyes.
Yeah, well, I don't think anyone is ever ready to hear the words, "you have cancer." So it was very shocking.
Hearing the things he did right to manage his health and manage the situation was a really nice launching point to just just get awareness out there for men's health. A lot of us men are stubborn. We don't want to go to the doctor. We might want to ignore things. He's a great example of someone who is already proactive about their health, but things pop up.
My first recommendation for all adult men is to get your PSA checked. Get a baseline. Potentially, if I had had my PSA checked even 3 or 4 years sooner, it would have been a very different scenario.
The Bronx Burners Gala was absolutely lit. What's so special about being here in New York City? This is hometown. This is home turf. And over the last 2 years, we've been building the Bronx Burners Run Club. Sort of started this trickle where we knew that there was a desire for community and that we had a role to play in that. So we launched a scholarship and inclusion fund focused on helping kids bridge the gap to college, to get there, to be successful. And that fall, we gave out our first scholarship for $3,000. $70,313. We gave out $60,000 of scholarships to 12 youth from the Bronx community, and it was just a big party. We had Richard Whitehead there.
When you run the marathon on Sunday, the 27th mile is the most important. How are you going to spread those messages to the community about the importance of togetherness, the importance of running?
He is a world record holder, 2-time Paralympic champion, and in New York City completing his 100th marathon and 20th of the year.
When you're on the road, you're seeing spectators. You can, when they look at you, when they cheer you, give them the respect that they deserve, because they can then be on that their own start line and achieving their goals. Everybody in here has a gift.
We had the opportunity to run together a little bit in Boston, the entire race in Sydney, and pieces of the Berlin Marathon. 3 weeks after Sydney, running Berlin, ran 2:55 in the horrible heat. It was 80 degrees. Ever since that race, where I really pulled my hammy pretty good in the later stages of that race, where I was stopped for a minute on the side of the road, I've always felt a little bit off. The fitness I had this year has gotten me to the point where I'm ready to run the New York City Marathon in 3 hours. The question was, will my hammy hold up? The day before the New York City Marathon, we have the coolest opportunity with the Abbott Dash to the Finish 5K. It is a 5K that goes past Grand Central Station, around towards the Times Square area, right past Radio City Music Hall, and then you finish across the TCS New York City Marathon finish line. It is the most iconic 5K you'll ever do. It is a very dangerous 5K to do as a non-marathoner because it will inspire you to want to run a marathon. So we went and participated in the 5K, but that was just the beginning of the morning. Team Abbott hosted an exclusive finish line experience, and this is like beyond cool. So in the pavilion right next to the finish line, we got together with 70 folks from Team Abbott and local run community leaders and hosted this event where we had race directors from 4 of the Abbott World Marathon Majors, including Ted Battelis.
I think Kerry said this once, the most democratic sport is I was there to welcome you as you cross the finish line winning the race, and we'll be there to welcome our athletes, whether they're first and final. So that's the magic of the community that we're a part of right now. So I just want to thank you all for the time, the effort, the sacrifice, the hard work, and the commitment to health and wellness. That's what bonds us all together. So I'm gonna stop for a second before I start getting all teary and whatnot. That's not very New York. It's definitely not. I would lose my Bronx card in a heartbeat if one tear drops. It was like trying to go, I was like, boy, you better get. So, welcome.
Following that talk, we heard from Parker Valby, who's Olympian, multi-time NCAA champion, and just an absolute rock star in the sport. So really cool to hear her perspectives.
Yeah, I honestly wouldn't have gotten through these past 9 months without my community. I had a lot of huge life changes and doubts that I would ever get back to where I was. And like just leaning on the people that have supported me through all of this. Really helped me get back and recover and helped me believe in myself that I could get back. We're still on our journey, but we'll get back there.
And then we got to go out on the finish line.
completely to ourselves.
We're with Team Abbott. We're at the finish line, private finish line experience. Talked to all the race directors and just had Parker Valby speak. The vibes are high. This is so cool.
Absolutely exclusive area. Nobody else gets to go here the entire weekend. We had it all to ourselves. Take photos, enjoy, and it was really, really special to do that. Elizabeth is a really interesting one. I mean, she called me around this time last year, and we were on the phone for an hour and a half, and she basically just kind of threw at me like, I've been managing multiple sclerosis for the last 2 years, and I haven't told anybody.
So I was diagnosed with MS in 2022, and it took me a little while to figure out if I wanted to share and how I wanted to do it. I really thought I wanted to share, but I needed some time to cope with the idea of if people would think differently of me and if people would discriminate. And leading up to 2025, I finally realized I was ready to share my story and help others, and that's what I wanted to do, and I was ready to open up, but I was still afraid of the public opinion.
From Tokyo, where she came out and shared her story for the first time, she set her sights on setting the world record for the fastest woman to complete a marathon with MS, and she did that in Chicago. She absolutely smashed it and has inspired so many people.
I had runners who were sharing that they had MS, that their mom had MS, that they were dealing with a chronic illness or an invisible disease, or just a challenge of adversity. And it really inspired me to continue my story and sharing with Team Abbott in particular about how you can make your own narrative, you can write your own story, and a diagnosis doesn't have to define you. I've been able to run some incredible marathons with Team Abbott this year, and being on this stage with all of you to help inspire others who are going through challenges, especially health challenges, it means the world, because if I can turn my story into something good for other people, that's what I want to be able to do with it. You can't control the hand that you're dealt, but you can control your outlook, your positivity, and what you do with it. And so that's my goal, is to inspire people like all of you here today moving forward.
When you have the greatest race on the planet and a perfect weather day, it is possible that this New York City Marathon is the greatest marathon to have ever taken place. $55,000 of us have the opportunity to toe that line in Staten Island.
Athletes, on your mark!
We are off. Absolutely perfect morning.
What makes the New York City Marathon so incredibly special is it celebrates the diversity of the city. It includes the entire city. I'm on my 4th lap of the Abbott World Marathon Majors. I have 3 6 stars. I've run every single Abbott World Marathon Major under 3 hours at some point, if not multiple times, except New York City.
York under 3 hours, the only major I haven't. But just like any finish line, it's gonna be a new starting line. This is it, let's go!
This is the one I want. This is my hometown race, and I have to have it under 3 hours. I will not quit until I have it under 3 hours.
Oh, I wanted it. I gave it everything I had. With 3 miles to go, all I had to do was like 7:05s or 7:10s, and I would have been it.
That was absolutely everything I had.
Cut the tapes.
We had to get back up to the Bronx to cheer on the burners. So we went straight there to catch everyone who was still coming home and to greet them and make sure that they had the best experience in the Bronx and the best last 10K of their race.
Go get it, go get it!
I've had the opportunity to meet Elliot 3 times, and each time I mentioned to him that New York City has the best pizza and that he needs to try it. Now's the opportunity.
So Elliot, I know that, yes, you came to New York City to get your 6-star, but ever since I met you, you always ate pizza after your races. And so now that you're in New York, I had to bring you a slice of New York pizza, and you can be the judge. Does New York have the best pizza?
Abbott's partnership with Elliot has been absolutely incredible. They've shown the world what's possible in good health. This is another example of these insane opportunities where, through Team Abbott, able to have an experience that is just absolutely larger than life. Every single person has a story. Every single person has a story worth being told. I think Team Abbott does a great job showcasing that. Anybody who has a great health story, anybody who is involved in their community and inspiring others should use that platform. Use it for good, use it to spread the word, and Team Abbott is there to help you amplify that impact.